Hello, good evening, ladies. I'm your host, Club, the host of Club the Hell of a Sports World. I'm coming to you live here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll get you guys into the what could possibly ensue in the Suns fallout. By the way, this involves Robert Sarver. I'm talking about Robert Sarver being accused of racism, sexism, and misogyny. By the way, as the article was shown yesterday, I'll tell you what can ensue there. I'll tell the guys into the breaking news of yesterday that there were 18 WWE releases, and there's some pretty big ones too. I'll tell you who they are, and they're going to surprise you guys. I'll get you guys the fact that OBJ's 29th birthday wish was granted, and I'll tell you what that is, guys. Get you guys the fact that Ben Simmons got fined $360K for missing Thursday's game against the Pistons, by the way, even though the Sixers beat the Pistons already. Colts feeding the Jets 45-30. Will Dave Williams is going to be on the Tommy Fury and Jake Paul undercard, by the way, next month, by the way, as well. Get you guys for Aaron Rodgers claims to have been a victim of the woke mob and cancel culture, and he took some iMect and all the other stuff materials, by the way, there. Even though he was unvaxxed. Lakers lose yet again. And that will be all the news. That will be all the news I'll have for today, ladies and gentlemen, on that note. So I'm gonna get started. Let's get started, everybody. All right, first things, so I'm gonna start things off with the developing story that, as I told you guys yesterday, that Robert Sarver has been a 17-year owner of the Suns, was being accused of racism, sexism, and misogyny, by the way. And this all happened during a 17-year run as Suns owner. And honestly, I can tell you, though, that there is some really hating stuff that he said. And it all started when Draymond Green said that racist slur that he shouldn't be using at all. I mean, clearly, Sarver said, why can Draymond Green use that N-word? And honestly, I can't. Well, honestly, you can't use it at all. You can't say it or use it at all. You can't. And Sarver would say this like numerous times during the staff meetings and so. And he was playing a gym, and I told you guys that he was sharing a photo of his wife in a Suns bikini, and they just passed it on like a hot potato. And all of a sudden, he sort of berates women, by the way, female employees, saying, I own you, do I own you, or any of this. He fires Earl Watson. He sort of berates James Jones and all the other guys. And then the Suns, however, they did beat the Rockets as of last night. They beat the Suns beat the Rockets 123-111, but Monty Williams wouldn't be where he's at. He did explain how it all went down, and he says that even though the report was damning, and he wouldn't be where he's at. And then CB3 and Devin Booker, they chime in, and they sort of let the NBA just figure this whole thing out. So I'll tell you this, guys. Robert Sarver will get what's coming to him. Robert Sarver has to be amongst one of the biggest pieces of trash, or racist, misogynist, and sexist pieces of trash today. And he's trying to cover this whole thing up. But I'll tell you this, that the Suns, they failed to report these incidents. They did. And there was no lawsuit. But I will tell you this, though. There may be a lawsuit coming from these 70-plus current and former employees, Suns employees, that were there when they experienced all these heinous acts, all these incidents that have happened to them behind closed doors and on sets, when Robert Sarver was owner for 17 years. I'll tell you what the end game's going to be. Rob Sarver is going to lose ownership, sell the Suns, and apologize if he admitted that he said these things, even though he denies it. Apologize to himself, apologize to his wife, I guess, apologize to the Suns fans, apologize to the team, apologize to the viewers, subscribers, everybody out there. And more importantly, those 70-plus current and former employees that were there that experienced these heinous and racist situations, incidents that Robert Sarver was being accused of. So Robert Sarver may have been trying to keep this, play low key, But needless to say, that Rob Sarver, his ownership career is over. That's it. Rob Sarver is going to lose a whole lot of everything. He will. And make no mistake about this. Even though Rob Sarver got himself exposed, well, guess what? He did just that. And Rob Sarver, you're not going to worry. The NBA won't have to worry about having to suspend, fine, or put him on leave. They can worry about having to exile nor ban Rob Sarver for life and sell the Suns. That's all they need to do. That's all they need to do. Because Rob Sarver is going to end up getting the Donald Sterling treatment, even though he got banned for racist remarks that he made. But Rob Sarver, in this case, his ownership career is over. That's it. You can say what you want, everybody, but Robert Sarver is going to be done for, and he's going to take the walk of shame, and needs to say that the Suns failed to report this whole thing. Now, there could be a lawsuit that could be pending from this, and the Suns, they could lose a draft pick. They could get a hefty fine for all this. And the NBA, the Suns, and the Mercury, they're investigating this matter involving Robert Sarver, by the way, who's being accused of racist, sexist, and misogynist remarks that he made. And honestly, I can tell you though that they're going to let go of Robert Sarver for good. That's it. So my response to this, Rob Sarver, you need to be canceled. You need to be let go. You need to apologize to the ones that you hurt, the ones that you damaged their livelihoods, you damaged their careers, you damaged everyone's lives as in the Suns organization. That's what you did, Suns industry. That's what you did. So, Sarver, apologize. If you admitted that you did these things, if you said these things or made these racist comments or remarks, sexist remarks, apologize. Now, even though you're denying the whole thing, you may as well go apologize to everyone. If your wife knows about that, you may as well get divorced. So Rob Sarver, your season, your career, your ownership career is over. You're gonna lose ownership. You're gonna lose ownership of the Suns, whether you like it or not. That's it. So that's my response to that, everybody. Others I want to get to, by the way, breaking news here that yesterday there were 18 WWE releases reported yesterday, and there's some big ones too. So get ready for this, guys. Franky Monet, who basically is an NXT star, who's a former knockout champ as well. You guys know it's Taya Valkyrie as well, and that's not looking good there. Ember Moon, who's a former NXT Women's champ, by the way, and wasn't on the main roster, partnered up with Shotzi Blackheart. She's been released. Jessi Kamea, Robert Stonebrand, she's done. Katrina Cortez, Jeet Rama, Oney Lorcan, one half who's a former NXT Tag Team champ. Trey Baxter, who is Cora Jade's boyfriend, by the way. Zeta Ramir, she's done. Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux, who are engaged, by the way. And Karrion Kross is a two-time NXT champ, by the way. He went to the main roster. That's a really big loss. I mean, tick tock. Where are they gonna go? AEW? We never know, guys. So we never know where they're gonna wind up. It could be NWA, AEW. So that's the only thing I can think of right there. So honestly, those are two big losses right there. That's just uncalled for. You got Lince Dorado and Grandmaster League of Lucha House Party. They're done. B-Fab of Hit Row. B-Fab actually had a no DQ match against Electra Lopez, and she got drafted to SmackDown along with Isaiah Swerve Scott. You got Adonis, Ashanti Adonis. You also got Top Dollar. And B-Fab is gone. That is really, really, really painful. I mean, she did get drafted to SmackDown, by the way, along with the Hit Row. That's not right. It's really not right. It's not. So, now look at there. Harry Smith, who had a dark match on WWE. Nia Jax That is a big one, guys. Now, Nia Jax, she's been a bully her entire life. She's a former Raw Women's Champ, also a former Women's Tag Team Champ as well, along with Shayna Baszler, who ended the career. Shayna Baszler ended the career of her former tag team partner Nia Jax. That right there has been a long time coming. Nia Jax is done, literally done. That's it. She's out, done. Eva Marie and Shayna Baszler in her career as well, stomping on the elbows. Eva Marie, her career is definitely over. That is it. And the engaged couple as well. Bearcat Keith Lee, who's a former NXT North American champion, NXT champ. He's done. And the Blasian baddie, Mia Yim. They are released because of roster cuts and also because they're unvaxxed. So clearly, these are some really, really, really big losses here, guys. And honestly, guys, the one we got Karrion Kross and Scorpio, that's as low. So where do you think they're gonna wind up at? It may as well be AEW at this point. I can tell you that. As far as Franky Monet, she could wind up in AEW. Ember Moon may probably get there or go to Impact or NWA. You got Grimace League and Lindsay Dorado. They can go to AAA, I guess. Beef, I don't know where she's going to wind up. She could probably be in AEW, I guess. Nia Jax, Eva Marie. They, probably would be AEW. I'm not sure about that one. Keith Lee and Minion. So that's the big question. We never know where these guys are going to wind up at. AEW, NWA, we never know, guys. Or in JPW, New Japan Pro, MLW. So that's the big question everyone's going to ask. So what do you see these huge ATW release? Let me know in the comment section about that. I will address this month for sure, buddy. Also, other news here. OBJ's 29th birthday wish has been granted because OBJ will be released on his 29th birthday, that is, and they're going to finalize for that to happen. But now to finalize that to happen, guys. So OBJ will be released, everybody, and that's and he, he was kept around from the for good. So my question is, where's it going to wind up at? Could it be the Bucks? Could it be the Niners? Could it be Eagles, I say? Could it be Steelers, I guess? We never know, guys. So OBJ's future is looking pretty bright. So he has been released, I can tell you that, though. But it has to be finalized, I can tell you that. Oh, and his birthday's today. Also, another news there. Breaking news here that Ben Simmons got fined $360K for missing Thursday's game against the Pistons. Now, the Sixers did win that game against the Pistons, by the way. So that's a big question I was going to ask right there. So, even though he refused to get treatment, by the way, mental health treatment from Sixers doctors, and that's all there is for that. NBA doctors. So he's still gonna get fined. By the way, he misses games. So really not look good for Ben Simmons. I can tell you about that though. Another news here I want to get to: a Georgia Bulldogs linebacker by the name of Adam Anderson was suspended after he was being accused of raping a 21-year-old woman. Anderson wasn't arrested or charged, by the way, and he denies the accusations through his lawyer or his attorney. The 21-year-old woman informed Athens Clark County Police Department that she was at an Athens, Georgia home, by the way, on Friday. Now, after she got drinks, she woke up while Anderson allegedly raped her for no reason. Now, the accusation was unfounded. So, honestly, Adam Anderson denies his allegation. I can tell you this, that they're going to kick him out. That's it. If he admits that he did this, it's all over for him. So he has been suspended. He has been on leave. So honestly, I can tell you this, that Adam Anderson, if there's a arrest warrant out for him, that's it for that. Or if the 21-year-old woman files a complaint or files a lawsuit against Adam Anderson, the Georgia Bulldogs, well, Adam Anderson may turn himself into the authorities. I can tell you that, or to be in court. So that's all there's need to him. That he was not arrested or charged for that. I can tell you that, everybody. Another thing I want to get to: the Colts defeated the Jets 45-30. Colts, they're looking pretty good, but clearly they didn't show up for sure. That's what they didn't do right there. Other than say I want to get into, by the way, that the Lakers, they had another loss to the Thunder by 3 points, 107-104. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 28 points, had 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, and a block. AD had 29 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. Russell Westbrook had scored 27 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Melo had 21 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and steals, and 1 block. Lakers need to get together. They need to get together because I'm not sure what's going on with the Lakers right now, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be. They're going to be in check pretty soon. But I think the Lakers need to step it up. That's what they got to do, and I honestly hope that they get to the playoffs because they're going to need some help. Also, another news here: you got the Sixers defeating the Pistons 109-98. The Suns defeat the Rockets 123-111 after Robert Sarver, by the way, was being accused of racism, sexism, and misogyny, by the way. The Suns, they're only focused on the game of b-ball. They at least take their minds off of Robert Sarver, who's under fire, by the way, who's on the brink of getting the pink slip out the door of these racism, sexism, and the misogynistic allegations that are against them. And the NBA, they're still looking to for sure, which they are, by the way, and they're going to come to the conclusion to ban Robert Sarver, which has to happen. I can tell you that, guys. Other than this, you got the Jazz defeating the Hawks 116-98. That's all there for that. You also had Travis Scott playing golf with Rip Hamilton, by the way. So that's some interesting things right there. That's all you know on that. Other than someone gets, by the way, that Aaron Rodgers claims to have been a victim of woke mob and cancel culture. Now he is unvaxxed, I can tell you that. By the way, now he was at a Halloween party dressed up as John Wick, dancing with Pooh Shiesty at a Halloween party. By the way, and he was unmasked. So clearly, and it also says right here that he had to seek some alternate treatments. What's best for his body? It's the well-being and health that's around everybody else. He's not an anti-vaxxer. It says right here that he was he took monoclonal antibodies, zinc, vitamin C and D, and HCQ, and it says it's all good. Trying to feel good, but clearly, Aaron Rodgers, if you claim that you weren't vaxxed, speak up, because you may have been deemed a close contact to Devontae Adams, that we don't know, but it seems like you, Aaron Rodgers, are throwing everybody on the bus, which indeed you are. Aaron Rodgers, if you claim that you were vaxxed, or if you're not were vaxxed, well, makes you a liar. So clearly, Aaron Rodgers, you backed out, and the fact that you had COVID, which you did, now that makes you a COVID MVP and a COVID GOAT, unlike Tom Brady, that is, who claimed to have COVID. But clearly, Aaron Rodgers, by the way, you gotta get vaxxed. You gotta rest 10 days, 2 negative tests to come back and get vaxxed up, get the vaxxed up shot because you're allergic to Moderna and Pfizer, by the way. So Aaron Rodgers, you need to get some help. You do. You really do, Aaron Rodgers, because clearly you gotta get the COVID shot. It's gonna fight off. It's going to fight off the COVID forever. Aaron Rodgers, please, 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 please. I and everybody else advise you to get the COVID shot. All right, save lives, Aaron Rodgers. Save lives. That's all you gotta do, and you better be vaxxed up to get another Super Bowl ring if you got that in your system, which you're gonna need right there. So Aaron Rodgers, my message to you. So Aaron Rodgers, get it together. Get the vaccine. That's that. Other thing I get to, by the way, that Ye invested in millions into the Big Three, by the way. New league investor during 21 season. He was at a Big Three game, by the way. He's talking like mid-high 7-figure mark, by the way. So that's some big news right there. Let's know that for sure. Also, some other news I want to get into, by the way, that Aaron Martens, who was a three-time Bassmaster Angler of the Year, was deceased after battling brain cancer. Brother, he was 49 at the time. I thought Spurs would go to his family members, all of his fans, to his opponents at the Bassmaster Fishing Pro, and that's all there's I can say on that. So thoughts Spurs out to his family members and his fans of this terrific tragedy. That's all there's I can say on that, everybody. Also, another I want to get to. Once happy 29th birthday to OBJ, Sam Rockwell, Allison K, by the way, Kris Jenner, Tilda Swinton, Fam Jensen, Bill Walton, Josie Canseco, Luke Hemsworth. You got Alexa Chung. You got Catherine Palmer, Virat Kohli, Tatum O'Neal, Montana, The Wagon, PZ, Pia, Moulin Blanc, Megan Hauserman. You got E Honda of Street Fighter 6, Sungmin Soul Calibur 6, Johnny Damon, Laura Holman, Shanae Thomas, Rohi Dame, Rami Dames, OJ Mayo, Bubba Watson, Francois, Dress Leo. So send my birthday wishes. Shout out Twitter. Please be sure you do some that, everybody. That's everything you need to know on that, and that's all I can say. So send my birthday wishes. Shout out to Twitter. Sorry about that, guys. Little bug there. So send my birthday wishes. Shout out to Twitter. Please be sure you do some that. There's everything you need to know, and that's all I can say. And also, guys, you'll see Mickie James versus Mercedes Martinez for the Knockouts title at Turning Point this month, guys. So check that out. It's gonna be an incredible match. I'm looking forward to that match. Catch live on Fight TV app, guys, or the Impact Plus app. That's everything you need to know on everybody, and that's all I can say. So it'll be a good match. I'm looking forward to that. So that's all you need to know, and that's everything there is I gotta say on that. So that's the message you get there. Well, ladies, I will do right there for the Clue Sports Report. Like, subscribe, and also, guys, the Eternals. That movie is out today. Check it out, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, that will do right there for the Clue Sports Report. Like, subscribe to the Clue Sports Report YouTube channel on Facebook page by any and all means necessary. What are your thoughts, your responses on the 18 W releases that just came out today? You got Nia Jax, that's a big release one, Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux, Bearcat Keith Lee and Mia Yin, the Blazing Baddie, Ember Moon, Franky Monet, Jessi Kamea. What are your thoughts about that? Them, by the way, Oney Lorcan, B-Fab as well. Your thoughts about that, everybody? I will address my sure, everybody. That's everything you know on that. Your thoughts on the repercussions that can be waiting. Robert Sarver, is he still being investigated for racism, sexism, and misogyny, by the way? That happened during his 17-year run, ownership run as Suns owner, by the way, and it's all happened under his watch, and the workplace became a toxic environment, by the way. So you guys think that there's going to be a lawsuit pending for the Suns? You guys think that the Suns will lose a draft pick? You guys think that the Suns are going to get a hefty fine? And you guys also think that Robert Sarver is also going to be getting the pink slip of the door. If he admits that he said these things, he's going to be done for, and he's going to get the Donald Sterling treatment, by the way. And if there's any audio of it, then he's done. So your thoughts about that, everybody? I'll just want to share, everybody. And I do think that he should be released, and I also think that he should be in fact be getting exiled from the NBA for life and banned from the NBA games forever. That's all I can say. That no second chances for Robert Sarver. I can tell you about that. If he admits that he said these things, even though he denies it, that's it for him. He's done. Your thoughts about that? About just one. What are your thoughts on OBJ being released from the Browns? By the way, let me know in the comment section about that. I will address my sure, buddy. That's everything you need to know on that. Your thoughts on Ben Simmons being fined $360K for missing Thursday's game against the Pistons? By the way, your thoughts about that? Let me know in the comment section. With us, Lakers losing yet against the Thunder. Let me know in the comment section about that. You think Lakers are going to come back? Let me know in the comment section. Even though LeBron James, he had been abdominal strain, so your thoughts, everybody? I'll just want to share, everybody. Also, guys, send your brother wishes out to OBJ, Sam Rockwell, Allison Kane, Kris Jenner, Tilda Swinton, Famke Jensen, Bill Walton, Josie Canseco, Luke Hemsworth, Tatum O'Neal, Virat Kohli, Laura Holman, Johnny Damon, E Honda of Street Fighter 6, Sungmin of Street Fighter 5, Sungmin of Soul Calibur 6, Laura Holman, Shanae Thomas. So send my brother wish on Twitter. Please be sure to do so. That's everything you know on that, buddy. You know, Aaron Rodgers saying that he's not an anti-vaxxer, saying that, you know, he took monoclonal antibodies, zinc, vitamin C and D, and HCQ to make himself feel good. So let me know in the comments about that. What are your thoughts about that? I'll just unsure, buddy. And he's got to be quarantined in 10 days. He's got to have 2 negative tests before he comes back from November 13th. Thoughts about that? I'll just unsure, buddy. It's all you need to know that. Here's the Byron Kennedy showing up his 2 Brady jerseys, Mike Evans uni, 2 Tom Brady helmet and cleats. So let me know in the comment section about that. I'll just unsure, buddy. And that's all I can say about that, everybody. The Eternals movie is out right now. Guys, check it out. And that's all you need to know on that. Well, that's gonna do with the Close Sports. Like, subscribe to the Close Sports for everything. Sports World YouTube channel, Facebook, by any number necessary, and then let me know in the comment section about that. I will just make sure, but that's all you need to know. So take care, you guys. You guys have a good weekend. Please be safe with that. Bye bye.